Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I thought let's come along and have a bit of a play around and make some doily pockets. So I've got some doilies here. Now these are all the same size, same doilies. Let's just see what sort of size they are. Oh my goodness, what size are they? 2, 4, 6, 8. They're approximately 8-inch doilies. And then what I've got some background papers here. These are all digitals, and I know I do say this all the time, but I'm just using digitals because that's what I have most of lately, or these days, perhaps I should say. So I thought what we'd do is make some doily pockets incorporating some patterned paper. So these are, you know, what I would call the most common seen doily pockets. So most doily pockets, when you kind of look up, you know, doily pockets that people generally make, the most common one are where people fold in the edges here like this, and then they'll fold the bottom up to form the pocket like that. Okay, so what I'm thinking is just to make them look a little bit different and a bit of a sort of twist on, you know, the typical doily pockets that we see most of, is then put on the inside some patterned paper. So for example, this is my Roses collection background papers, and I'm just going to take it. Now my favorite way to cut things down to size is just to kind of like line them up against the piece that I'm going to be putting them in, and then just fold them down. You could either tear it now or just cut along your fold line. That gives you a guide for where to cut, hopefully enabling you to get a little bit of a straight line. Who knows? Oh, it's always a mystery whether we're going to get a straight line or not. Okay, so not too bad. And then this piece of paper obviously will just slip in to your center like that, and it just gives you a little bit of a different look on your pocket. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to cut this down like that. Okay, and we'll just pop that into there. Now, for some reason, I'm really loving using staples at the moment instead of glue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to staple my pocket instead of glue it. Now, once you've got your pocket in, or your piece of paper in place, you can then kind of hug it more, you know, more snugly. So like that. And then instead of gluing, which sometimes, obviously doilies being quite flimsy, the glue can show through, I'm just going to go with my staple on the edges like that. So this is my Tim Holtz tiny attacher, but obviously if you don't have one of these, you can use, you know, bigger staplers like that. And we just glue, no, we haven't glued, we've stapled our pockets in place. And then what you could do here to just attach this down on the back section is just literally run a line of glue straight round the top section of your doily there, and then just press that in like that. Oops, oh dear, not done a very good job of that. I've torn my doily. Okay, so like that, and then just snip that out like that. So, and then obviously you could marry the front up with the background papers. So just kind of maybe take some, you know, similar paper and just glue that down onto your pocket there like that, and it just kind of ties the back and the front in together. So we just pop that down like that, straight over. And then just for a couple of maybe like really simple decorative details, you could use something like butterfly on your pocket. So let's just take this one. So these are just my little butterfly printables. Okay. Oh, I'm really full up. I've just had my breakfast, and weirdly I had what I always have for breakfast, which is this weird stuff that I make in the blender. chocolatey flavour, but it's vegan. So I like to tell myself it's all really good for me and healthy. But yeah, for some reason it's really making me feel bloated, and I just feel really full up. So then you've got your decorative piece there. Again, let's just put some ink around on there. Just ink around the pocket a bit. I mean, again, this is all just optional stages, but I thought it might look pretty. Now, I have to say, I've made a really terrible job of this. I've folded my doily in a weak spot, as you can see. So my next one that I do, I will try and take a little bit more care and, make a better job of it. But, for instance, like that, we'll just pop our doily, our lace, straight across the bottom there, like that. Oops. Like that, and then pop our butterfly down like that. There we go. How gorgeous does that look? And then if you wanted to, you could maybe do something like just round your corners. Again, these are just optional little things that you could do, but it just sort of finishes it off a bit, a bit more neatly. Like I say, I didn't make a very good job of this because where I folded my doily in was actually a kind of weak spot on the doily, if that makes sense. So let's do another one and I'll try and do a better job. So, oh, look, my doily's actually torn there. So let me just not use that one. Right, okay. So can you see here, I've got this part of the doily that's got lots of holes. This part, which is much more filled in. So obviously, going forward, we've learnt now, try and avoid folding in on here because that's going to be a, weak spot. Try and fold in on a more filled in section, i.e. there. And, you just learn these little, well, not really tips, but, you'll learn what kind of works and what doesn't and how to make your pieces more durable the more you make stuff. So we've only done obviously that one, and already we've learned that actually going forward you need to kind of like position your doily so that it's got a more solid edge to fold in. So there we go. Then again, take some decorative paper. So I've got this one from the perfume collection, so let's take that. Again, just fold that in. And, I'm not saying that this is the best method to cut your paper down or anything like that. This is just the method that works for me. And, we say things like this all the time, but honestly, just do things that work for you. And, if you're somebody who likes to measure. If you're somebody who likes to use the paper trimmer, use the paper trimmer. I personally find, I do not get on well with paper trimmers or anything like that. I find them very, like cumbersome and, really, not good. I would be clonking it all over the desk as I'm moving it and things like that. So, kind of, for me, it's not a winning, thing to use. But, if you are someone who does get on with a paper trimmer, then obviously use the paper trimmer. So there we go. And then I'm just going to take that in. Now I'm going to staple this down and then cut it off afterwards. And that way we can then, decide how tall we want this pocket to be. Because obviously the height of the pocket is going to be governed by where this is cut down. So maybe we'll have it a bit taller this time. So like that. Maybe I might even just tear it and have a torn edge instead of, a really neat edge. So again, do you remember we just glued this down? Now the reason why you're gluing it is because when you've got this glued down onto the page, if you leave this flapping around, you're just going to kind of cause a like a barrier, for whatever you're putting in the pocket. It's going to get caught up on that doily. So like that. Now personally for me, I find this quite flimsy. to stick this onto a page. So I probably would now go on and actually reinforce this. So I'm just going to do that, just using that other piece of paper that we, you know, cut off. This is because I am a clumsy person. So, you know, for me, if this is just sort of single paper thickness, it's vulnerable. You know, I'm likely to damage that. So I'm just reinforcing that with another piece of paper, which is then making that a lot more durable to use. And then again, like we did with the other one, you could put some more paper down the bottom. So I'll just take this little section here, pop that down to there. Oh my gosh, how gorgeous does that pocket look? So pop that down there. And again, you know, this is making this a bit more durable, because obviously we've now layered up the, you know, the paper, so the paper thickness has increased. There we go, like that. Okie dokie. And I mean, these are really easy to make, and you know, because we're stapling them, we're not even gluing them, you know, they're coming together like really quickly. So you could make a whole ton of these in, you know, no time at all. So like that. And then again, you know, maybe a butterfly or something. I'm just looking around. I'm not even sure that I've got a butterfly that would kind of overly go with this. But, you know, you could kind of finish it off. You could have a bow or something on there. That looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So let's just do that. I mean, I'm just reaching for anything that I've got laying around. So I'm just, you know, popping the bow down, because that's just floating around on the desk. It was because I looked at that and thought, oh, that's flopping about. No, it's floating about on the desk. Again, you could round the corners, you could ink it up. I think that looks beautiful, you know, just how it is. It doesn't really even need anything else. But of course, you know, you could alter it and put some extra bits on. So let's do another one. I mean, see how quickly they're coming together. They're just so lovely, aren't they? I mean, like I say, they're not, you know, they're not sort of anything very different to anything that has been done before. You know, they're what I would call, like I said, you know, the standard doily pockets, you know, that I've seen lots of people make. But I just think having this extra layer, oops, not sure whether I've got that very, that's really weird, isn't it? Don't know why, that's, yeah, very weird. But just by having the decorative paper inside is just a little bit of a sort of twist on the conventional pocket that, you know, I've generally seen being done. So again, let's take some of this. This is from my clocks collection. So let's just take that into there. Again, just my quickest way that I find to do it is, you know, fold this in like that. Okie dokie, like that, and then cut this down. Whoops. Okay. Oh, it's such a horrible day outside today. It's really kind of grey, it's rainy, it's, you know, one of those days that's just drizzling. It's like that. I went to the gym this morning and, oh, it was just, yeah, just horrible. One of those really miserable kind of days. So I'll just pop that into there. Oops. Maybe like that. Do I want it like that, or do we want to have it? It's a shame I can't have the blue showing, but then it would be very high. So I might have to take this one lower so that I get maybe this section showing instead. Maybe there, right. Okay. And yeah, like I say, I mean, you could make these pretty tall, you know, you could make them sort of short, stumpy ones, you know, just vary them around really, depending how you fancied doing them. So like that, and then we're just going to staple in here. like that, and this side, oops, like that. And then, yeah, can just decide, you know, how tall you want that. I actually think, now that I've done a couple, I probably prefer them taller, which is, you know, unexpected. I didn't really realise that I was going to prefer them taller, but yeah, I think I do. So let's pop that in like that. And, you know, another thing that you could do, which, you know, I haven't done here, is you could use the coffee dyed doilies and things. So, you know, don't restrict yourself to just using your, you know, your doilies how they come. Oh, I'm just going to, shall I glue this down here and maybe kind of like just take that down a little bit. So, yeah, let's just reinforce this a little bit. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, just take it down a fraction there. That's going to reinforce it a bit. I mean, I'm really bodging this one, to be honest, but okay. And then we'll just put this one down here. So like that. This is that reinforcing again that we're doing, you know, because I'm using just 120 GSM paper. So, you know, it's not overly thick, and I don't want to then have a, you know, really flimsy pocket. So this is just, you know, making it a bit more robust, a bit more durable. Like that. Okay. Oops. And then let's again put some paper down the bottom. I mean, the paper down the bottom, that's just an optional thing, really. I just think it helps to tie in the top and the bottom of the pocket. You know, the decorative paper with the doily. But, you know, completely up to you, really, whether you want to do that. I think it looks pretty, but equally I'm sure it would look fine without it as well. Yeah, I mean, I think these would look lovely with some coffee dyed doilies. Oh, so sorry if you can hear that siren. Yeah, would look pretty with the coffee dyed doilies. You know, I think they're just... yeah, just something a little bit sort of different. So I'll just put some ink around the edges. And, you know, like I say all the time, I'm not trying to claim these as, you know, something original. I hadn't really seen these be done, you know, with some decorative paper inside. But, hey, I'm sure they have been done because, you know, let's be honest, there's so many videos out there and things and ideas. Yeah, it's unlikely that you're going to kind of like come up with something new, but I just hadn't seen these. So I think that looks gorgeous. And then again, you know, you could pop a butterfly or something on there. Again, I probably haven't got one to hand really that's going to be the right colour, so that's very annoying. Have I got any here? Ooh, hold on. Ooh, I have got some other doilies. Another doilies? No, some other butterflies. So maybe, oh no, not really. Well, might be able to just use one of these, I guess. Oh, no, that one. Let's use one of these. Right. Okey-dokey. Like that. And, you know, kind of, they're one of those addictive things. I don't know about you guys, but, you know, if I make something, especially if it's using the, you know, the pretty papers, and I select a whole bunch of different papers, I find myself then, you know, can't wait to make another one to see how it looks with a different paper. You know, it's like, oh, let's see what it looks like with this paper or with that paper, or, you know, it becomes kind of like addictive almost to see the results with different papers, I find. Okay. Like that. Oh my goodness. Oh, I think that might be my favourite one now. I love how that looks. That's so gorgeous. Like that. I mean, how lovely is that? Absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Just be a bit careful when you're gluing that you don't kind of glue your, you know, your doily to the doily beneath, because I mean, obviously they are holy, but isn't that lovely? I love that. That's so pretty. Oh, let's do another one. Or might not do that because that's more clocks paper, and that's a bit boring, isn't it, to just make two with the clocks paper. Oops, right, let's do this one. Nearly folded it in on the vulnerable part of the doily again. Oh my goodness, what's going on with my eyesight today? It's like I just can't actually see what's the midway point for the doily. I mean, how weird is that? Look, my edges are like nowhere near each other. That's really weird. Oh, I don't know. Who knows what's going on? Oh, that's not straight. I mean, thankfully the doilies, they're pretty forgiving when you're folding them. So you can fold them sort of multiple times, and they're quite tolerant of being folded, you know, lots of times, I find. So I just have to take this over slightly more like that. Okay, right. So for this one, I've got this gorgeous green paper. This is from my Cambridge Garden kit. So yeah, let's just take that one. So I mean, we're going to have a lot of different looking pockets here, aren't we? Which I love that. Oh, that really hurt my thumb just now. My nail broke down really low 2 days ago. And don't get me wrong, it did hurt on the day that I did it, you know. But you know, when your nail goes down so low and then actually it hurts even more the next day for some reason. It's almost like it's bruised your finger. It's doing that. So yeah, it's really sore. And obviously then folding that paper in and going along, running along with my nail, it's like, whoa, that really hurts. Yeah, not good. Right, let's just take this paper here. On the other side of my thumb, so I'm not doing that with my sore thumbnail part. Okay, just go in there like that. Oops, no, I'll go over a bit. Oh look, I've now done that thing again where I've gone to the thin part of the doily. Oh well, it's okay, it's holding out okay. There we go. Let's just ink around there. Oh, actually, I haven't put any of my coordinating paper down the bottom, so let's just quickly do that. I mean, like I say, you know, the putting some paper down the bottom, that's not really essential, but I think it looks pretty. Having some, you know, some coordinating paper down there. Otherwise, it's, you know, it's just really boring, isn't it? And, you know, I don't know about you guys, but I think if you don't put the, you know, the decorative paper in, then actually they all look the same. You know, everybody's doily pockets would all look the same, wouldn't they? Because it's just doily. But as soon as you put the, sorry, just picking a butterfly, what do we think to that one? Not sure. As soon as you put the decorative paper in, they no longer look, you know, the same as everybody else's, do they? They then look unique and different. And unique and different to other ones that you make. So not just the same as everyone else's, but actually the same as all of yours. You know, if you made 20, you're going to have 20 different looking pockets. You know, I mean, who knows? Maybe you want 20 pockets looking the same. But, you know, that just sounds quite boring, doesn't it? Whereas if you have 20 looking pockets or 20 pockets all looking different, then that just feels a lot more fun. And I don't know about you, but to me, that's a lot more fun to make, is 20 things that look different than 20 things that look the same, because that's just then quite repetitive and boring. Where if you're, you know, adding all different bits of paper, or different bits of paper, different colours, then you're going to have actually, you know, 20 kind of quite exciting different looking things. So for me personally, it's you know, making it exciting to be looking at as you're making it. Haven't reinforced this pocket at the top yet, so just need to be a bit gentle, but yeah. So we just again pop the butterfly on there. If you're a bit worried about gluing it, you know, just pop something, oops, pop something underneath your doily. So like that. And then it's only gluing onto that card. Move the card out of the way. And that way I haven't glued the doily down to the doily beneath. Okay. Like that. So that looks pretty, doesn't it? Like I say, you know, I haven't reinforced this yet, but we can reinforce this. So just pop some glue down here. Okay. Now I'm being a bit extravagant because I'm using my decorative paper to reinforce. That's only because, you know, I have got quite a lot of scraps anyway. And I just think I might as well use this so that I've not got then bits of paper laying around instead of, you know, bringing in, say, book page or something like that to reinforce it with. So just take that down like that. Okie dokie. And then just glue this one down. And honestly, like I said, I'm so loving the stapling method at the moment. Yeah, just really, really loving that. I don't know whether staples are having a bit of a, is the word resurgence? Is that the word? Resurgence? Not sure now. I don't know whether I've ever used that word before, weirdly enough. But yeah, sort of in popularity, but my goodness, isn't that lovely? Yeah, I feel like maybe they are, but definitely the stapling, that just makes these like really, 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 really fast to make. So yeah, very, very fun doing the stapling. Oh, I keep hearing like noises outside. It's a bit weird. Don't know whether it's the neighbours. Who knows? It's a bit strange. Oops, this one I've obviously messed up somehow. Let me come in the other side. Okay. Oh, this one's a bit of a skinny one. I don't know why I've made this so skinny, but anyway, it's just how it's gone for some reason. Oh gosh, messing this one right up. Yeah, not done a good job of this. Well, what I might do actually is have it this, no, have it this way. Yeah, like that. I don't know what I've done wrong with this one, but it's not a good look. I don't know why I went so narrow with it, if I'm truthful. It's yeah, just weird. I'm not sure why I did that or why that happened, but anyway. Like that. Okay. Oh, who knows what was going on with that one. This is from my Roses collection papers, and it's, yeah, this pretty page with the blues and the yellows. So it's just, so the pink Roses collection papers this is. Okay. Oh, careful with my thumb again. Okay. Now I've got some doilies behind my desk which are coffee dyed, but they're quite tiny, so I might pull one in a minute, and we'll just try and make one with a coffee dyed doily, you know, again, just to see the different looks. But it might be that they're going to be quite small, you know, which is probably fine. It's just that I tend to make pretty big journals, so, you know, for me, I'm better off kind of, yeah, making bigger things. but that's because I make, you know, bigger journals. So, oh, that one's pretty, isn't it? So let's just staple that in. I mean, like I said, I don't know what happened to this, why it's gone so narrow, but obviously my folding must have been way off there. And actually what we could do is just probably even fold this down here at the back, and that's then, you know, reinforce that straight away. So just pop a little bead of glue down on that doily, hardly really need any, and then just run the glue around here like that. Okay, just glue that one down. There we go. Like that. That's a pretty one, isn't it? Oh, I don't know what's going on with that one. And then just again, pop a little bit of the decorative paper down at the bottom. Oops. Just to tie that in together. And that's going to be upside down now. Does that matter? I don't know. Let's put it on that way. And honestly, I mean, I love the fact that you barely need anything for these pockets. I mean, all we have literally used is, you know, a handful of decorative papers, the doilies themselves, and some butterflies. That's all we've used. You know, staples, we've not even used glue. And they look gorgeous, don't they? So, you know, it does not get any easier than that. Which, I mean, who doesn't love, oops, who doesn't love an easy project like that? It's awesome, isn't it? Okay, like that. And then let's just see what butterfly we've got for this one. Oh, could again go with that green, actually. Oops. Like that. Okay. That one. Oops. Yeah, should we do a coffee dyed one in a second? So, like I say, the coffee dyed ones are smaller. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know whether they're going to just look too small. I mean, they're probably a bit problematic for me, like I say, because I would, you know, like to make bigger journals. But if you make smaller journals, then perhaps the smaller ones would be, you know, better for you. Okay, just got some lace here, so let's just pop some decorative, you know, some lace on here as well. Oh. Can't really see what way that lace should go. Right. Down there, just a little bit of glue to hold that in place, like that. Pop the butterfly down. And the butterfly, I'm just leaving it on the lace, which is again holding that lace in place as well. So, isn't that just so pretty? Love it. Right, let me grab one of those coffee dyed doilies. Oops. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, I'm not sure now. They look like they're all rectangular. Oh, gosh. Can you believe that? Don't think I've actually got any not rectangular that have been coffee dyed. Oh, which is really weird because I felt like I had... Oh, I have, but oh my goodness, they are minuscule. Right, I've got these ones, which are very tiny. Personally, you know, I wouldn't probably use these to make pockets because they're going to be like really titchy. Yeah, for me, I wouldn't use that because, you know, it's going to look out of kilter on my page. You know, it would not look the right size on the page. I have got these rectangular ones. These aren't really going to work either, are they? So let's just see. We could bring it in, I suppose. That's weird, isn't it? Can't actually see even which way round's the right way for that doily. Well, unless we have it kind of up here and then just in very slightly on the corner, maybe like that might do. Now my only issue is I'm not really going to be able to use the staple method. Oops, take this over a bit. The staple method, because it's, you know, it's over a bit too far, if that makes sense. Well, we could try it. Should we try it? Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, we're just trying to get the look of what this would look like if, you know, being coffee dyed, aren't we? So yeah, let's try that. Right, I've got this again. This is again from the Pox collection, very different looking page. So let's use this. I think the blue will look stunning with the coffee dyed colour. So yeah, oh, mind out of my thumb. Okay, cut that down here. Okay, I'm going to put this in here. Like that. Oops. Oh, come on. Right, pop that in. Oh, this doily is quite damaged. It's quite torn. So yeah, this is not brilliant because the doily is quite damaged, but well, I mean, you could probably do something like that. Now, I'm not really saying that that's, you know, successful, but yeah, it's not helped because the doily is quite damaged, but if it wasn't, then maybe that would work. Yeah, I think best not do that because the doily, as you can see, it's quite torn here. So that would not be a stable pocket, you know, it's going to be, yeah, quite damaged. So let's not bother with that one. So let's just do another white one and, yeah. Okay, well, that's annoying, isn't it? I should have coffee dyed some of these, you know, prior to doing the video. I didn't really think about it until I was doing the video and I thought, oh, I'd love to see how they look coffee dyed with the decorative paper, but by that point it was too late. Too late, I was already filming. Okay, I'm just going to again take that up there like that. Okay, let's see if my blue, oh, isn't that annoying? I thought, oh, I wonder if that's going to be just the right size. No, it's too narrow. Right, well, let's just go in slightly more. Okay, like that, and then let's fold that up there. Oh, come on. What was I saying about the doilies being really forgiving? Oh, they're really forgiving. You can fold them in multiple times and they're really fine. Not this time. It's like telling me, no, stop folding me in multiple times. Right. Okay. Right, so again, just going to put a bit of the blue on the bottom. Oops. Oh my goodness, what's going on with even my tearing now? Absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. And then just, yeah, glue this one down here. Like that. Okay. Right. And then again, this pocket, again, we could probably just, you know, fold it over. So it's, yeah, like that to reinforce it. So again, just a little bit of glue there with the doily, or on the top of the doily, and then just here like that. Okay. Oops. Like that. Okay, right, looking good. I might round the corner of this one, or round the corners. Okay, not even used my corner rounder here, just winged it, which the first one went really well, the second one not so good. And that's what always happens, you know, if I try and just corner round without the corner rounder, I generally find fine for the first one, not so good for the second one, because of course you're trying to marry it up to the first, aren't you? So it's not really going to be that brilliant, is it? But you know, it's all fine. We'll all be fine in the end. Okay, so yeah, just go around there. And what you could do is obviously ink your doily there. Oops. So just pop sort of some paper underneath. Can't keep still. So, you know, just trying to get a bit more of the sort of coffee dyed look from this one. So again, just put some paper in, just so that you're, you know, you're getting the doily without the paper underneath, really. Oops. Like that. And then this side. Like that. Okay, that one looks quite pretty. And then pop a butterfly on this one. Oh, what? Oh, I don't know now. Or unless we go for like a brown as a sort of more of a contrast, maybe. Perhaps we'll do that. Like that. Yeah, I'm getting really chilly now. You know, sort of the longer I sit here, the colder I feel. Again, I've got a jumper on and a jumper dress. I mean, I say things like this all the time, but I mean, I am someone who feels the cold, but our house, unfortunately, it's one of those, like, you know, it's an old house, and honestly, the second the heating goes off, it's pretty chilly in here. So, yeah, it's pretty chilly today. Right, let's just quickly ink this up. Okay, that's quite pretty, isn't it? And again, I've got some of that ivory lace. Oops. Just have a bit of lace there. Oh my goodness, doesn't that look pretty? Do I want the lace that side or that side? I don't think it really matters if I'm truthful, but perhaps we'll just, let's have it this side, right? Okay. Bit there, and then just again glue that butterfly down. And just like a little helping hand for the lace, you know, glue it sort of partially over the lace, and that's just, you know, an extra bit of stick, you know, to help the lace be staying in place. And then here I've just got another bit of lace there we could just have at the top. Yeah, maybe on that side. Like that, okay. Oops. I mean, could even use a couple of staples there, I guess, to, you know, tie in with the stapled theme, like that. How gorgeous does that look? Maybe even ink the lace a little bit. Aren't that gorgeous? So yeah, I really hope that you like them. Like I say, I'm not claiming them to be my idea or anything like that. I'm sure they've probably been done before. You know, I just hadn't really kind of seen them, but they're just a bit of a sort of twist, or a bit of an additional thing to add to your usual, you know, coffee dyed, or not coffee dyed, your usual doilies. So you've got like your pocket obviously here at the front, oops, there at the front, and then your pocket obviously in here. But they just, you know, they're just making them look, all of them, unique, instead of everybody's doily pockets all just looking the same, because of course, you know, they're just doilies. So this way it's a chance to get, you know, a unique look, whoops, using your doily pocket. So that's those. Let's just see all the ones that we did. And I do like the staples, like I say, because that just makes them very quick and easy to make, which is great. So, and I also had done this one before coming on, just to kind of check that they would work. So yeah, pretty quick to make, aren't they? I mean, we've made 7 altogether, and yeah, we've been filming for, I can't really see, but about 45 minutes, I think. So pretty quick and easy. And yeah, I think they look pretty. So I hope that you like them. Hopefully you feel inspired. Maybe you would be inspired to make some yourself. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great time making some. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that would be awesome. And yeah, thank you so much then. See you guys in the next video. Thanks then. Bye.